You? Spawn. You sent me to hell, Jason. I'm here to return the favor. I'm feeling strange, trapped in the grave. All alone, I rot in my own skin. So see if I say, a choking restraint. The perfect flame lays out my own name. Hell's rising. Hell's rising. The scars remain, a deeper disdain. A blood field, blinded response. From here I cling to the ones that remain. Exile without reason. The time to catch the feelings we relentlessly summon is clear to bow. Preparing the power, strengthening the arm, and building the wall. Welcome to your devastation.
All right, let's go. I'm excited. Here we are. Spawn Review 44. Episode 44. Can you believe it?
I can.
You can or can't?
I can.
Yeah, I see. 44 of these episodes. That's crazy, man.
That's like almost our age.
It's older than us. Yeah. Yeah, let's just say that. It's older than us, so we'll go with that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's been a fun ride so far. It begs the question, what are we going to do when Brett stops drawing the book?
We're gonna look at Tribe.
No, I'm interested. I really am interested. Like, I love the Spawn universe, but Brett was the person that brought me back. Same with you, I'm assuming, and Gunslinger and all that.
No,
Or you've been reading. Yeah.
I'm not as memorable as Zack, where it's like, well, issue 35, page 5, the panel is this. And I'm like, I read it. It was there. It's cool.
That is true. Yeah. So I don't know. We all said before, it depends on the artist that comes up next.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess there's always a lot of old books we can do. I mean, okay, we'll probably.
There's a lot of great shit.
Yeah,
there's
a lot of old shit.
The Curse of.
Yeah,
the Angel Medina shit. Like, maybe the show might run its course eventually, but there's still a lot of great content.
Yeah.
To go over. Like, if it's like we're gonna look at like those remember Fan magazine? Yeah. Yeah, if we ever look at those like Spawn books, I'm out. That was garbage.
No, I want to look at the cool stuff, but you're right.
Yeah.
There's a ton of things to look at, even when Brett leaves the book, if it's something that artistically I'm not digging. I mean, we got all the Capullo, the Angel Medina stuff, obviously all the Tom McFarlane stuff. We can still Dwayne Turner, Tony Daniel.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff we can get into. Yeah. So I mean, I'm sure the show will.
Movies.
Yeah. Show will go on for a while. It will go on for a while.
Yeah.
It's just it pops in my head every once in a while. I wonder, how you doing, man? Good to see you.
Good. Yeah. Had a bit of a sickness and emergency. Was in the ER on Saturday.
Yeah.
Feeling a lot better now. I can talk. I don't feel like this. So that was fun. But finished. I'm on page 43 now. It's all out of order.
Oh, yeah.
I'm on page 43 now, type 1. I got 2.5 more weeks from my deadline to finish the book. I'll probably
nice.
And then go from there. But what shit? Sidestep.
Yeah, sidestep. Let's do it.
I'm gonna be just doing a little short thing just for myself, just to kind of clear the air. Like once everything goes to the printers.
Yeah.
For one of the original things I was working on, kind of with Type 1 back in 2019, just to have fun.
That's the thing I've read, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool, man.
Other than that, I can't focus on that until I get my shit delivered to, But that's that.
Yep.
What about you?
Yep. Doing good, man. Doing good. like I was so on the Ronan Joe show on Sunday, I was telling the chat that my daughter, so she's out for the summer, right? So she finished kindergarten. So I got a first grader now. In the fall, she's gonna be the first grader. So like that's cool, it's exciting that it keeps making me feel older and older every year, watching her grow, but it's cool. And then as far as the spawn or the Reaper Destroyer goes, we are sending out the last few batches, hopefully here over the next week and a half. I'm trying to get everything out before I go on vacation, starting on the 20th. And then when I get back from vacation, it's full forward ahead on Reaper Destroyer 2, and hopefully the Kickstarter campaign as well. So, yeah, it's been good. Been good. All right, I don't know who's joining us tonight. The panel has been flaky. I love you all, but you're flaky. Flaky. Everybody said you could do Tuesdays. And they're like, oh, yeah, we'll do Tuesdays. As soon as I do Tuesdays, everyone's dropping off. So, looking at you, Zach, Paul. All right, Jay, I know you're busy.
Wait till they got books they want to promote.
Oh, yeah.
Look, can I come on the high stuff? I don't know.
I'm only semi-kidding. I still love you guys. Mark Penguin was number 1 in the chat, number 1 in our hearts, my friend. That makes you...
You're number 1.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
So, Mr. Penguin, a penguin is a bird that cannot fly. I am a man. I have a name.
And his name is Mark Penguin. Great to see you, brother. Thank you for being here. As always, almost always number 1 and number 2 in the chat. I have to say that regularly. We have a member of the channel, Rick Sale. You are the first member in the house, so you get that.
Oh my God! I'm sorry! I can't stop coming! I'm sorry! Oh, it feels so good!
And it feels so good, as always, to have the members in the chat with us tonight. By the way, wherever you guys are at, please share it out. Let people know we're live. Go into DMs. You drop those links if you're a mod. You tell them to come over here and watch the Spawn review with Joe and Sean. We're going to be kicking ass. If they get mad at you, you just tell them it's all right.
We don't give a fuck.
We don't give a fuck. It's okay. No, but seriously, don't get in trouble, but do it anyway. You tell them we said it's okay. Yeah, but Rick Saylor, always good to see you, brother.
The common thread in all of my failed schemes is human stupidity. People are just too stupid to accept me as their leader.
Truth. Very true. Michael Pritchard's in the house. Said he wasn't the first, but you tried, and that's all that matters, my friend. All that matters. Twisted Dreams is in the house. He said, how the F did we land on Shakira? We need to get creative and go with Freddie Mercury cover or even Adam Lambert. My fault for missing the shows.
Subject's notes. The extraction theory papers. Am I the only one who did the read?
If nobody knows what that's referring to, I started this new thing on the Ronan Joe show on Sunday. If we reach $50 in super chats and or somebody just drops $50, you get to pick a song that I will perform on the next Ronan Joe show, and then you can sit in the chat and roast me, and it'll be really fun and all that kind of stuff. Sheldon Martin was the man that did it, and he came up with Shakira's Underneath Our Clothes, I believe is what it's called. So I'm going to be performing that Sunday at the end of the show, so probably more like 9:30ish, But yeah, we're going to do that every week on the Ronan Joe show. If we hit it, we hit it. If we don't, we don't. But it could be a good time. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what you guys got cooked up for us. What are you saying? How about JMS singing some Amy Lee? Amy Lee. No. I mean, see, here's the
chick from Evanescence, right?
Oh, yeah. So here's the thing. I have to be able to play it and sing it at the same time. So there has to be a correlation there, because I'm going to play it on my acoustic. And that's the thing. So like that's the only stipulation. I have to be able to play it and sing it. And I'm not going to try to get up there and sing with a high voice. I'm just going to sing it how I can sing it. And it might suck if you're trying to pick like friggin' like Shakira might suck. I'm not going to lie. Like that is not my vocal range. So I'm going to figure that out. But we will find out. Rick or Duck Bacon's in the house. Says hail Joe, hail Sean, and hail the chat. Hail you, my friend. Good to see you. We have Keith Ward, Cosmic Studios, member of the channel in the house.
Afternoon. Stinks like sex in here.
It always does. Let's go. We have YSA. Says, what is up, my dudes? What's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. Hope all is well. See, did I get everybody? Oh, here we go. See, TT. Bought the Hunt figure. Know nothing about him. Nice. Well, you're going to find out a little bit tonight. And by the way, I don't think I've seen your name in the chat before, so thank you for joining us. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button. If you like Spawn Talk, if you like comic book talk, if you like just good time,
Talk.
yeah, tune into the shows. Let's go. But yeah, I think this will be fun. Awesome looking character. Interesting story for sure. Rick Saylor dropping links, dropping knowledge. Don't be a bum. Back Type 1. That is Sean's book right there. We'll talk about it at the end of the show. If you guys like the stuff that we talk about on the show, make sure you check it out because you're probably going to love it. And it's almost done.
Love it. Almost there.
Almost done. Okay. Let me cancel out this music. I want to talk to you guys for 2 seconds. 2.3 seconds before we get rolling here and waiting for some more people. If we have any more hosts jump in, that is what it is. Again, let people know that we are live, guys, and we are talking Spawn, although tonight we are talking Haunt, so it should be pretty fun. One thing I gotta keep mentioning, there's this new thing that YouTube has in the chat. I don't know exactly what it's called, but if you notice, there are certain people in the chat that have a purple crown with a number assigned next to them. What this is has nothing to do with my channel, but what YouTube does is they are monitoring the number one contributor to the shows when we are live. So whether that's commenting, super chats, whatever, you get that, and it'll go up and down throughout the show. What we are going to do is start monitoring who is the number one by the end of the show. So you got to maintain that number one. Who knows who it is at the end of the show, and then you're going to go on a leaderboard. We're going to run this through the end of the year. When we get to the end of the year, who has the most number ones, we're going to give something. I don't know what it is yet. It'd be cool. We'll figure it out. We got a lot of time to get there. But I did create this leaderboard real quick. I'm going to redesign it. It's going to be cooler later. But so far, we've only done this for 2 weeks. Hail of Lore has one. Rick Saylor has another. So Hail of Lore had last Thursday, and Rick Saylor had Sunday, ended up at the number one slot. So get your name on the leaderboard. Get that number one slot in the chat, and we will add you to the leaderboard, or we'll give you another notch on the column there. And whoever is the number one at the end of the year, the most wins, will get something. I don't know. What do you think, Sean? Naked pictures of us?
Yeah, that's easy. I got that right now.
Okay, maybe that's what it will be.
I'll double it down for you just because I love you.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, we'll figure it out. If you guys have an idea, you let us know too. But right now,
or if you have naked pictures of yourselves, you could send it to other people because most of you are dudes, and I don't need that in my life right now. Forever.
That's a great point.
You can send that to other people's chat members and other people's shows. That we definitely are cool with.
Yeah, I like that. I like these ideas. These are good.
All right,
Jeremiah Blackwell is in the house. What's up, fam? What's up with you, my friend?
Doing?
Good to see you. This is do we get an ash can of Hush for winning? Yeah, I still gotta send that out, man. I do apologize. I've been so damn busy. There's a lot of things I've not sent out to people. So yeah, good call on that. I've got it sitting right here. I need to just wrap it up and get off my ass and do it. But I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, no. But no, yeah, you're gonna get that, man. I guarantee it. Thank you for calling me out live. I appreciate that. Richard says naked pictures of you guys or semi-nudes of Carrot Top toss up.
I mean, yeah, where you are.
Nah, I appreciate you, man. I still love you too. Hells yeah, let's do it. So that is it. That is the leaderboard. We're gonna work on that, and we'll get better at sending out the stuff we do. But I do think it's fun stuff to get into with the chat and participating. Let's go. All right, not as fun as watching me sing Shakira, but it is what it is. Tune in Sunday. It's gonna be interesting. All right, so I got this on Kindle. I got which is nice about the Kindle. I've got Amazon Prime, so I get the volume or the what is this called? Yeah, volume 1 and volume 2 for free. So I didn't have to buy
really?
it. Yeah, volume 2 and 1 and 2 for free on Kindle. So I got all of Otley's run and all of Capullo's run on here for free. So originally we were talking about looking at Capullo stuff because I'm a bigger fan of Capullo than I am of Otley, and I do like Otley's work. No shade to him at all. But then I was like, if we're gonna do a review on a character, sometimes it's better to start with issue 1, just so we can get into the story instead of trying to review issue 6 or wherever Capullo took over. So Haunt issue 1 is what we landed on, what we decided. And of course, this is created by Todd McFarlane and Robert Kirkman. This was a character.
Go into how it got to be.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, give us the story.
Like, so the history is that Robert Kirkman not sabotage, but like planted himself at a panel at San Diego Comic-Con, like maybe 06, 07, to Todd McFarlane saying, "Hey, when are you ever going to draw comic books again?" And everybody's like, "Ooh, who is this big bone man calling out the Todd Father?"
Oh
And then
shit.
Todd's like, we got we got these books, we got this book, we got Spawn." And he's like, "Yeah, but when are you going to draw comics?" And then he's like, I don't know." And then one of the nerds on the panel was like, "Do you know who that is?" He's like, "No." And the nerd on the panel, some editor, was like, "That's Robert Kirkman of Walking Dead and Invincible." He's like, hey, we got whatever." But that was that was a little lie. Like they knew each other, like they met prior. Of that,
Nice.
like that was made up. But they came up with this character Haunt, and it just took them a couple. It didn't come out till like October of like 09. It just took them a while just to get the dices rolling, working on the visuals and what have you to do it. But this was a hot ass book. Like I remember this coming out and just being all the rage. Like
Yeah.
just our team behind it, like Capullo layouts, Otley pencils, McFarlane inks.
Yep.
I just thought it was just a cool jam. It kind of worked, kind of did it in certain aspects, but it was dope overall.
And I'll be honest, I've never read the entire series. I knew of what Haunt was, but it was during the time I wasn't really collecting comics when it came out, so I missed the whole run. I have gone back and looked at a lot of the Capullo run, and I actually have the trade of Otley's run, the actual physical trade that I bought one day just because I was like, I'm going to get into this. This was a few years back. I have to say, though, after looking at some of Otley's stuff, when it comes to Invincible, when it comes to Battle Beast that we just checked out a couple weeks ago, having him going over Greg's layouts and having him be inked by Tom McFarlane, this was an awesome combination to see this style of his. And I like it a lot more than just his normal style. And granted, you got a lot of combinations there, just like with Greg when it came to Mickey and McFarlane inking him and on Spawn. Like this, sometimes these guys they never look quite as good, in my opinion, without the master's hands on their pencils. You know what I'm saying?
It was weird, but it was a cool weird. It was some faces I'm like, but overall, like I don't care about the fucking faces. Like I want the action, the nitty ditty gritty detail and all that shit.
Yeah, I think there's all the little noodling and stuff that Todd brings to inks is very unique to me. Like I feel like you can always tell when Todd's inking. Same thing with Mickey. Like they have a specific distinct style that they do over your pencils, and I think it just added to Otley's work. You could see the inspiration, obviously, by the Greg Capullo layouts. Whether he followed them 100% or not, you could see that it was there, and it felt very much like his storytelling. I think it worked very, very well, as you guys are going to see when we jump into this. Rick Saylor says a set of the Haunt LCS is at my LCS is over $100 and going up. Damn, that's crazy. That is crazy. I have Haunt Volume 1 hardcover. Nice, signed by Capullo. Nice, man. That's badass. We have Christopher Bashad.
Good to see you,
Welcome,
buddy.
my friend. Good to see you. All right, jumping into Haunt. So this is co-creator Robert Kirkman is the writer, Greg Capullo layouts, Ryan Otley pencils, and co-creator inks Todd McFarlane. Great combination. The great CFO doing the colors. Is this kind of like some of his first big work, FCO, or was he doing stuff before this?
I think he was doing Spawn prior. Like, it's
okay,
kind of like where I was taking notice of him at the time. Was this?
Okay.
I believe Spawn, because this had to have been because Wills was doing it, and then other guys were coming on for Spawn. Like after that 187 arc Endgame.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he was on. Yeah, I'm gonna say he was on Spawn.
Okay, all right, because I hadn't really seen him until the Batman was the first, or Greg's Batman run was the first time I started noticing FCO. Okay. So I didn't really know where he got his start. The thing I like about this character before we get going is it kind of combines some of Todd's experiences at Marvel, right? So you got the very Spider-Man / Venom-esque character.
Yeah.
But then you also have the dark spiritual nature of the Spawn universe kind of perfectly put together in this character. You know, it kind of resembles, so you can kind of play around with the Spider-Man aesthetic when it comes to posing and stuff and some of the Venom kind of stuff, but it's still a very unique character in itself.
But a smart move, not just on the creative end, but financially to not funny, but like to sell your property. You got Todd, what he's known for, like go with that. Like people want Todd on Spidey, people want Todd on Venom, and this is kind of like a Beth of both worlds.
A Beth,
yeah, a Beth and Becky of both worlds. So
that is a great point.
No.
Yeah, Todd's non-Spawn titles. Yeah, well, I mean, how many non-Spawn titles does he have though?
Everything besides this, everything's Spawn.
Yeah, like I can't think, but I would agree with you though. Yeah. I never read The Walking Dead. No, I never read the comics.
Like,
nope.
The 17th or 18th trade, whichever, like 100 and something, like just after Negan got in, and I'm like, I liked it. Just different part of my life where I just kind of like just shit was going on, and like you put something down and you forget how cool it was,
Yeah.
So one day I'll get back to it.
And I'm not, as much as I like zombies, I'm not a huge zombie book. I'm actually not a huge fan of comics that don't have, not necessarily superheroes, but like sci-fi
men.
Yeah, tight asses of men, that kind of stuff. Like when it comes to just like the drama comics, and that's pretty much what Walking Dead was. It was a drama.
That's good. A drama comic.
Yeah, it was a drama.
Yeah.
Yes, it had zombies, it had a horror element to it, but it was about the human drama within that world.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't something it still doesn't really appeal to me. I love the show, but wasn't a big fan.
It was very good. I did really get into it. Like I read Mark's originally, and I went fucking stupid with it, buying the trades.
Yeah,
same writer, same Kirkman.
Yeah, Kirkman. Yep. I mean, and people like Kirkman. I'll say this: I've never been a huge Kirkman fan. Like, I like the worlds he creates, I like the characters, and I was even telling Sean before we went live with this, like, he's just a very sadistic guy. Like, I wonder what he's like in his real life. Like, all the stuff he writes is just like ultra violent, alter this, alter that, which is fine. But I feel like a lot of this stuff, I feel like when I read his stuff, like I've read it before. Does that make any sense?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's got kind of like an archetype of what he does. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
I'm sure a lot of writers do, but
yeah, he is good though. Like, all right,
yeah,
this panel sucks. I always hated this panel.
Which one?
The second
this one? Oh, this one?
Well, that guy.
Oh, the face.
Yeah, and just the gesture, and just like
there was some there's definitely some rough faces in here, and I don't know what was Otley doing before this.
He was doing Invincible. He was doing Invincible at the same time.
Oh, he did this at the same time. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. See, that's why I said, like, I missed the entire Haunt thing when it was actually live. I didn't realize. I always, for some reason, in my head thought it was something he did before he got Invincible.
No. He was doing this at the same time. And then Todd asked him to do tighter pencils, like, afterwards. And he's like, I just can't keep up schedules. So
that's why Greg took over? Okay.
Yeah. Because it was only supposed to be a fill-in for issue 6, and then 7 we got the full Greg till like issue 18 and 19.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's hard doing 2 books a month. That's crazy.
Oh
man.
Yeah.
Which is, it's kind of funny too, because Todd usually likes the looser stuff because he can put more of himself into. But it must have been too much of a workload for Todd too.
Probably running a company. Companies. You know.
Companies. Yeah. AZ HQ's in the house. He's the Tarantino of comics. I won't disagree with that.
Yeah.
I won't disagree. Crazy talk, Joe. I hear
Always.
you. He's no Jeff Johns. Well, few people are, if you like Jeff Johns, which I do.
I love Jeff Johns.
Very good writer. So we jump into this story, issue 1, and we get this dude that we don't really know too much about, but he's hanging out with this high class whore, call girl. She's all doing her thing and everything. And I love her. She's like, what are you doing? It's like, leaving, unless you're willing to give me a freebie. Like, that's how you do it. That's how you do it, guys. If you go into that chick for a while, well, first of all, don't pay for it. But if he's paying for it, if he's paying for it, try to get a freebie. you know.
Yeah, or at least fucking dip in and dip out, and then take the stash.
So what is he? He's 150. Is that all it was here?
That's
150.
it.
That's
But
it.
for what? But for what?
Well, I guess that's a good. I mean, apparently the entire thing. I mean, well, I don't know. That's pretty cheap though for a high
Yeah,
class whore as she is.
yeah,
150, not too
yeah.
bad, I guess. But then
Nah,
if he's only paying 150 and he's talking about a freebie, I mean, come on.
he's kind of a cheap.
Yeah, he's
cheap
kind of
kid.
cheap. Kind of
I
cheap.
respect the game.
We on for Thursday as usual time. He says, I don't know, I'll call you. And this guy turns out to be a priest, and not a good one at
I
that.
mean, that's debatable.
Well, yeah. Depending on where you fall on all that. But yeah, typically not a great priest.
Oh, Kayla.
Kayla's in the house. How's
There
it going,
she
girl?
is.
Good to see
How
you.
are you?
Kirkman
Awesome.
is a genius. This concept of story was phenomenal.
Yeah, we love
It's
it.
very, very good.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about Kirkman's writing, and I don't know if you just jumped in or not, Kayla, but I was talking to Sean before we went live, and I feel like when I read his stuff, I've read it all before. Concepts are great. I like Invincible, great concept. The Battle Beast book, I really like. That's fun. I love Haunt, but I just feel like a lot of his writing, it just seems the same to me. That's all. That's just a critique from a fan point of view, but I like it. That all side, I have to say I like it. So because I know
Great
somebody out there is gonna take exception to that and like at me about something.
Oh yeah, people.
I'm like, no, I'm telling you I like it. Just I feel like I've read it
Relax,
all
man.
before. Yeah.
I love that shot.
Poll for Kayla to get back in the show. Well, she was never really on the Spawn review, but we did appreciating Comic Book Art Live, which we haven't done since she's been doing her thing. So
She's got a lot going on.
she's got a lot going on, and that's up to her.
Yeah,
But that's a show that I would not mind getting back to doing again. So anyway, Odd Priest dealing with his own woes, banging out with whores, smoking cigarettes, doing whatever,
that kind of guy.
living the life, runs into whoever this dude is. He's late again. Very, very kind to just say, screw you, Kurt. I like that. Love the Frank Miller, in my opinion. I always have to say, I think it's Frank Miller inspired when it comes to the very hard lights with the, the confession booth that they're in. But you just get this awesome, just kind of the fucking shadows over the faces and everything. Very awesome. We get a confession scene here where you find out these guys are brothers. Apparently not very close at all. And this dude, Kurt, I guess is his name, is not a good guy either. Does a lot of killing for his job.
Okay, let's pause it. Pause it.
Yeah,
Go to
pause
that. See, I'm pointing like you could see what I'm pointing at. Why
Yes.
can't you see what I'm pointing at?
I'm trying to.
The one on the right where it's the there. Like
Yeah.
that's not even like Todd inking. That's pencil.
Oh, with the face?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the technique, like
Yep.
which is cool. Don't get me wrong, which is kind of great about like digital. Like you could do both, like
That's true. Is Otley a digital artist?
yes and no. Yes and no. His finals are pencil to ink. So he does like digital layouts, I believe, and then he'll print it out and then draw and ink it traditionally. But like this, I believe he was doing traditional pencils only because the thing was for Todd to ink it digitally, but
Yeah. Okay.
so
It's a cool technique. I like that.
yeah.
Add something to it. Twisted Dream says, actually, first show I watched, JMS and Kayla reviewing Hunter Killers. Yeah, that was appreciating Comic Book Art Live, though. Different show.
Great
We do similar things on all the shows here, except for Ronan and Joe show, which is its own thing. But appreciating Comic Book Art Live was not really a story review, like we do on the Spawn review or some of the stuff we do on Odd stuff. It's more just like it started out with me and Sean just looking at comic books, the art, because we're nerds like that.
Yeah.
I'll be good to return to Aqua. Sweet.
Nice. And then Kayla came and brought a really good aesthetic with it. She's like, let's talk about this story. And we're like, but then we got it. We're like, we don't like to read.
Yeah,
she's like, grow up.
She's more, she was the writer perspective
Yeah.
that she could bring to that show. And we would be like, look at the lines. I like this right.
Yeah. You're like,
Look at these lines.
Look at that texture.
And she'd
He's
be like, well, the
that font is
symbolism.
stupid. Yeah.
She'd be like, the symbolism here. We're like, what the hell is symbolism?
Yeah.
Uh,
What comic is that? What are you reading? What we should do is when she does come back is do the 10th. Because remember when the first show she was ever on
that was the first one, yeah, with us.
I don't
the
think it was
first
a
one
miniseries. I think it was the actual series. We'll have to go back. It's been many years, but yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think it was the Tony Daniel one, but we looked at the 10th.
He did Tony Daniel's the 10th.
Yeah, I think that's I forgot about that first show. Nice. There's a lot of symbolism in his. See, told you symbolism. There's a lot of symbolism in his work that's hidden because he writes in a way that's straightforward and easy to understand, which is a sign of a great writer. All right. So we get a story of what was going on with this dude's brother. So I woke up in the body bags. I don't know where I was, but I knew I wasn't where I was supposed to be. Great writing. Shunk. Something's wrong. What is it? Wait, how would the voice be on the other end? Something non-manly. What is it? There we go. Something's wrong. What is it? I'm outside. I should have been with the bodies inside where the testing is done. This isn't right. So he's trying to sneak into somewhere. He's doing a mission. I don't know exactly what he's doing at this point as far as what his job is, but he's some kind of badass going in for the rescue.
Or he's into some hardcore fucking S&M shit with that get up.
That could be too.
This guy likes to get fucked.
But he's telling this story as he's doing his confession to his brother, who is the priest, and then what is it called? Absolving? Is that what it is? I'm not a Catholic. I don't know all the terminology. When you go
only a Catholic on Christmas. You fucking kidding me?
Yeah. But he's confessing all his sins, all the people he's killed, which is why if you go back a couple pages, I think his brother even kind of calls him out. He was just like, pretty much get to the point. How many people did you kill this time?
Yeah.
And he's like, not many. And then he goes into this story of what he just went through, which is pretty fucked up. So whatever mission he's going on this rescue mission, or not a rescue mission. He's trying to extract this dude. Is the whole idea going into this. The scientist is working on stuff. So he wakes up in these body bags. It's not where he's supposed to be. Now he's got to break in the facility. He's doing all his espionage stuff, killing people as he's going in. Which is fine. I got nothing good, nothing bad to say about the story so far. It's going along, doing its thing. Good art so far. Kayla says she loves the art in the book. Yeah, Kayla, we were talking. I don't know if you saw the beginning of the show, but I actually think this is some of Otley's best work. Even though we agree that there are some messed up faces, but I like it purely because of the combination that you had Tom McFarlane inking it and you had Greg Capullo laying it out. So you got to see Ryan Otley in a different kind of environment than you saw with Invincible or anything else that he's done. So I think it worked very well, to be honest. And this is probably my favorite stuff that Otley has done, even though it's not perfect.
Yeah.
Reading is overrated. Wait, where'd you go, Rick? You were here. There you go. Reading is overrated. I like that. I requested to join the show again and to do Shane Davis Extend. I don't have that book.
Yeah.
I never got it.
No.
I don't know where I would find it. I don't know if it's online somewhere. So I can only do stuff we can actually get or have access to. If only he turned the corner and Chapel was there. Yeah, now you're talking.
There we go.
No, what is happening here? Oh, you're okay. You missed the show because you were attempting to paddleboard. I got you. Yeah, if you wonky faces are fine. It depends on what the style art is. Like this, you got some wonky faces here. You got some. What this is there's a lot of loose energy to this work, right? Where Invincible is a lot more tight. I would say tight like a tiger. The lines are tighter. This is looser. It's a little bit more organic when it comes to the energy and the flow of the art. And it's it's tightened up by Tom McFarlane, who was a great inker. You know,
A
I
little
think
life goes on aesthetic, if you catch my drift.
a little
Corky
like
between the line, popping the
oh,
cork. If you catch my drift.
it took a second, but I got you.
Yeah.
Kayla says it's 2 p.m. there. Nice.
Nice.
Hope you're having a blast. Get home soon. Get home safe. So you see this Kurt dude who is just a badass, you know, taking out Rambo style, commando style, doing whatever. Great art in here, nice sequences of action.
That's fun.
I like the blood splatter and just again, a lot of movement to this.
I'm
He's
sure
jumping
somebody in
over
the
this.
fucking art police is
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you can't do that. That's not real. But you're reading the comic book, dickhead.
Yep. Yeah, like go read Shakespeare if you want something real. Paul Sarts is in the house. What's going on,
What's
brother?
going on?
Good to see you, man. Says hostiles are down. I think I've neutralized all perimeter guards. I've acquired a key card. It's not pretty, but I'm on my way. It just messed up.
Yeah.
That dude is messed up. Here's where the Greg Capullo
This
layouts.
is so great. That's
Yeah.
the fucking page. All right, talk.
I was just going to say, this is where the Greg Capullo layouts really show themselves, right? I feel like Greg wasn't going crazy. He was probably trying to work within Otley's strengths. Because if you're going to lay out somebody, you want to kind of lay out what their strengths are as well, and not just be like, this is what I would do. You want to kind of work as a team. But I do think this is a straight up Capullo shot, because Capullo loved going into rooms and then focusing the camera like right behind the most insignificant thing in the room, like a mouse or a rat, you know, and then you see the scene beyond it. So you get into this, I'm like, this is straight up. I can feel the Capullo isms bleeding off the page in here. Yeah, and it's great. I love it.
So good. Like, okay, it doesn't look good, but it looks good. Like, look at the final product. Like Todd's like digital inking here. Like, he's still kind of schmoozing his way. It's
Yeah.
not really perfect. Kind of chaps my ass, but it's cool. I dig it. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I've got no complaints. You know, sometimes I look at this stuff as more stylized, and like Sean explained, he was doing 2 books at once. This was a little bit looser, but I thought it worked, you know, so I can overlook some of this. I don't need perfect art.
Nah.
You know, I don't. Like, I'm not going to be an art critic here and point out every little tiny little thing that's wrong with something, because it's art, man. Like, to me, it's sometimes I like the flaws. Sometimes the flaws to me, you know, give character to the page. You know, something's off here or there. I don't know why. That's just the way I am.
Well, imperfections. You know, imperfections are your style.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Down to Will's Portasio.
Yeah. Otherwise, everybody would be the same.
Thrown at me. Yeah.
Yep. Your style is what you do wrong. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Kayla says it's me showing up right now, and you guys are the rats. What are you saying?
What are you talking about, you rat bastard?
He breaks in here, and there's this scientist, and he looks like, you know, old grandpa, all nice, innocent dude.
Is that true?
Yeah. And the scientist is like, you are the Americans. What? You are the American. Come. They will notice that I'm gone soon. We will make a stop. I must retrieve my subject. I can't leave without him. That already sounds ominous, I have to say.
Yeah.
And the whole thing about Kirk is he's thinking he's just grabbing this guy, grabbing whatever, and they're getting out of here. He's not expecting to see this dude opening up this door and seeing the experiments that he did on all these people, including men, women, and children, as the horror. And again, this is the great story, right? Because this kind of shows you the morality of Kurt, who, even though he's doing a job, he has no problem killing and all that kind of stuff. He's going to go into questioning his mission right now when he sees the horror, the inhumanity that he sees behind this door, as this scientist is just kind of talking like these people are just animals, you know. And you do get this chick in the background drawing the haunt symbol, which, you know, I'm sure will come in later, which I don't think they really cover in this book, which I'm sure they cover in books down the line.
Issue? Yeah.
I don't think they cover in this. Do you want to explain it? Because I haven't read the entire series.
I remember.
Okay.
I remember she's in, well, why are you not here? She's in like issue 6 or 7. She's in one of
she's the black hair. She's the black hair chick from Capullo's Gun. Okay. Good throwback. says, how big is the body? He said, body, I haven't worked on cadavers for months. So he's working on living people. He is very small. I believe his youth has made him more receptive to my treatments. Just a piece of shit human being, just talking just about like it's nothing. Just talking like it's nothing, doing this stuff to this people. And I do like Otley as much as I give him, some of his faces are wonky. I like the expression in here, like just kind of the horrified look. You get this guy down here is just kind of like almost admiring about what he's done. And then you just have the horror of the people. And then, of course, you got this little dude here that's like completely messed up. Love, Death, and Robots is fire.
I'm still on
I've never read it.
season 1.
Oh, is it a TV series?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Okay. I've never seen it. Some reason I like painterly strokes and paintings. Oh, same reason. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Agreed. Some of the art and music is it too perfect? I can't jam to it. Yeah. No, I agree with you. You take some of the dynamics out of things when it's too perfect. It's the same thing in music when they started having the I'm forgetting all my music terminology when I was in it, but when you started bringing in auto tune and you were playing straight to the click and you could get everything perfect, all the instruments perfect on time, and you could do all this, make the song perfect for the production. Sometimes you pulled the energy out of the song because the energy came from the organicness of playing the song. And sometimes you would be off timing just a little bit, but that made the song. Older songs were recorded in a room, taking live take after live take. And that's how they made it. Now you get in there, everybody does their thing. You punch in here or there, so you get everything correct. And I think it can take away the energy. Same thing in art. As long as the main images are dope and dynamic, smaller details and background faces aren't as important. I agree.
Yeah, what with that? We will spread that rumor.
And this dude he's looking at these people like he would look at when he's getting ready, when he's seen a vagina for the first time, right?
That's what it looks like. The first time you seen a vagina?
Well, when I was a kid, probably too young. Probably too young to see it.
We're not going down that one rabbit hole, but dude, that was like, thank you,
but like
God.
the first time you're about to get laid, that's what this guy looks like.
Oh, dude.
That's what he looks like.
Yeah. Yo, did you just stretching? Like, were you like I'm gonna get into this?
I didn't have this particular face, but it looks like somebody that's getting ready for the first time.
Yeah, the inside. Oh
yeah, the inside. And maybe like right when you get inside there, the first time. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Right. Inappropriate face for what he's looking at is my point.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
And I love the fact he's just like right off the bat, he's like, "Fuck this." And this dude's like, "What's the matter?" He just boom blows his brains out. And this is the thing that gets this dude in trouble. And I circling back around to the story. He's disobeying his orders because he's taking that moral high ground, right? He's seen something that is not right and he's not going to participate in it. He's got morals and he would rather, execute this dude his cause all this atrocity and pain and suffering to these people, especially this kid, instead of actually doing his mission. And this is kind of where he goes rogue here. And I like, he's just like, "Kirk, what was that? Was that a gunshot? Do you still have Schillinger?" He's like, "Nah, he's dead." Just like I would have made up a story about, no, they got him.
The freaky kid with all the things on his boils. The kid from Freak did it.
That's true. I would have been like, yeah, he just fucking blew his brains out. Just looked at him and his head exploded. The funny thing is the person on the other end like immediately knows that Kirk did it. They're like, "Kirk, are you crazy? We needed that guy. We got a lot riding on him. Administration will have your ass for this." He's like, "I don't give a fuck."
Yeah.
And then he goes into hero mode. And you brought up the pencil. Like, I feel like this is pencil too. I feel like the hair is not inked.
Yeah. There's a lot of that in this. Like,
I wonder if you were talking about Otley having to draw really loose because he was doing Invincible. Todd was trying to do his thing at the same time. I wonder if Todd only inked certain parts of pages and then just darkened the rest and got it colored.
Yeah.
Because that's what it looks like.
I think it was CBR when they would do like their dinghy or their yacht at San Diego. Yeah. I think he was on with either Rob or Eric. Yeah, probably Eric, and he showed it printed out pages of this shit. But like he showed like pencils and inks like collectively. were like stuff he didn't ink out yet. And like if that was in July and this came out in October, like this thing was, I don't want to say it was rushed, but
Yeah.
to get the final product out. Like you get a book out in a couple of weeks, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it could have some elements of rush in it.
Which it works.
Which it happens.
Works.
Yeah. That's just, it is what it is. Kayla says brothers actually hate each other in the story, by the way. Yes, that is true.
And we got that.
Yep. Got that from the very first meeting, which you can go and read the book for yourself. I'm not going to cover every single thing about it, just giving you a quick rundown of what's going on. But yeah, they don't like each other, which you can get from that first confessional scene. And he's still in the midst of telling his story to his brother who does not like him and does not care. Consistent walkiness is good, though. There is no face palm when it comes to us, Kayla.
Yeah.
We talk.
We palm faces.
We palm the faces. That's right. Stay close and try to stay close. Try to. Can you even understand me? Just follow me, you fuckers, is what he says. And then you get the actual what they were looking for gets retrieved by this chick. Now, see, I thought this chick was the black-haired chick from the Capullo run because they show this scene in issue like 6. They go back from her perspective.
Different chick because the chick that's squiggling is in the cell.
Okay, all right. So this
is the chick
I got
that's
you.
on vacation.
Well, if you guys read the entire series or whatever, when Capullo takes over,
Yeah,
they go back.
I know.
Well, I'm just saying they go back and redo this scene from Kirk's perspective, and they go through this scene from this chick's perspective. So you get to actually see what happens after this mystery woman grabs this, essentially what they were really looking for, which is what gets him in trouble later on in this book. So we just go through this really badass escape scene, just straight. What does this remind you of? Is this an homage at all? I feel like I've seen something similar to this before.
Junior?
I don't know.
Like a JR Punisher?
Maybe something like that.
But it's somebody coming at you with 2 guns. Like
that's true. It might not be an homage. It might just be something similar to something somebody's drawn in the past. That could be. But I like it.
No, yeah.
I love the faces too. Yeah. This woman, it's kind of messed up there. Which again, I feel like Todd would have taken a little bit more time. Possibly Death Blow. Possibly.
Maybe.
Give me more detail than that.
Yeah.
Like cover issue book or something like that. That's a Nick Fury shot. Okay. I will go with that.
Okay.
It definitely looks familiar to me. Like I feel like I've seen this kind of posing before.
Yeah.
So if it's an homage, that's pretty cool.
Now he's like, let me touch your brother in inappropriate places.
It's like, so we get a little bit of a look here into the characters. So we do this a lot. I'm going on a mission. I know I'm doing good, but I just feel it doesn't feel right. This time it felt right. I saved those people. The soldiers, they were just taking orders. That's I feel guilty about, or that's what I feel guilty about. Taking orders. That I feel guilty about. Always will. He's like, what do you know, or what do you want from me here? It's like, dude, you're a priest.
Yeah.
What do you think he wants from you?
I'm fucking forgiving.
He's like, I'm telling you my sins.
Yeah. Like, are you new?
Yeah, like you knew this whole priest thing. Like you're supposed to
Jesus
be like, you were forgiven.
Yeah.
Do 20 Hail Marys or whatever, and what I don't know.
Throw the beads at me. Like I'll go to a rabbi if this is the type of shit I'm getting.
He's like, I'm gonna convert to Judaism or something.
Yeah.
Oh
my god, I was just gonna say the worst thing ever. But anyway, thank God for that one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's like, so what do you want from me? I can tell you, I could tell you to repent, but what's really the point? Okay, great priestly duties there.
Yeah.
And so they don't like each other at all. I said, what's gotten into you lately? You okay? Mom's been worried. You should call her. He's like, look, I got too much time drinking and smoking and fucking these whores to deal with mom. That's what he's saying.
I mean, you gotta give your mom the proper respect. You fucking asshole.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, not a good guy. He's not a good dude.
At first, I thought he's cool. This is like the Mama Dukes.
Like that's
always pick up for
steps over the line a little bit.
Yeah. Even I got boundaries.
Yeah, he says that in there. I do that so some other poor priest doesn't have to carry the burden of my brother's sins. Well, that's what their job is, man.
Yeah.
You carry the burden of people's sins, I guess, if you're a Catholic. I don't, I'm not a Catholic, so I don't know.
I don't. I can give a fuck what anybody does.
Yeah,
It has nothing to do with
I'd be like, you're absolved. Get out of here. I don't care.
Yeah. Abracadabra.
It's outside of there, you don't exist to me. You're dead to me. Oh, damn, that's the last words he ever says to his brother. That's poor. That's poor. There was a JR inked Punisher that Sandra Hope inked that was similar to that. That might be it. So Sean might have got that with the JR Punisher thing, and now that you bring that up, that might have been it. What, Kayla's leaving? Oh, the seals are back. All right, go get those seals.
Kiss from a rose.
I've been kissed by a rose. I don't even know what that song is like. Something.
What?
I just remember Batman Forever. That's
That's
it.
a great fucking song.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
So Kirk leaves. He's walking around and he sees that he's getting followed. And he's getting ready to do his thing, and all of a sudden, this tricky bitch right here. This is why you never trust women. They always seem like they're innocent. They're just standing there with their little purse and their little coat. And as he's distracted with the two goons in the back, she sticks him with a freaking tranquilizer, and that's it. That's all.
Brown-haired broads.
Yeah.
With deadless eyes. Stay away from them.
Don't let the DSLs fool you. She is not. She's not down to do it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you never know.
I mean, I've been fooled once or twice. Don't get me wrong. Just don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. Michael says Otley has said since working with Todd, he no longer supports the sport of hockey. Made up facts. I like it. I love the made up facts.
We do it all the time.
Yeah, start that rumor. Let's start it here. So these people, obviously, I'm assuming this has to do with the mission. They're pissed off. They take him. They throw him into the van. That's never a good thing, because the next thing you see, they work him over something fierce. I mean, and this is just a brutally drawn page and panel. You got the blood splatter from being punched to shit. You got tooth on the ground in the drain. I just love the way this is depicted. It's gritty. It's dark. It's just his face is just all mangled and swole. Yeah.
Like this is like when there was cool indie comics like this, Chew for a bit. That was cool. I
don't know if I ever read that one.
That's fine. You know, after a while, it kind of lost its appeal. It's like, you eat chicken, some bullshit happens.
Nice. The funny thing about this is because this is his the people he used to work for, this guy actually knows him, and this is a cool concept I like in the storytelling, where he's like, damn it, man, you think this is fun for me? Give me a break and tell me what where the goddamn notebook is. Talk. And he legitimately has no idea what the hell is going on. So he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. As my face is swollen up, I can't see a damn thing. I'm bleeding out of every orifice in my body.
Yeah.
Tied up here. What does he say? He said, God damn it, Kilgore, you know how this ends. Don't let it come to that. Schillinger never let his notebook leave his body. You killed him and he's gone. Where did you hide it? And he's basically just like, look, I have no idea what's going on. I killed that fucker. He did those bad things to those bad people. I didn't take a damn thing. It is what it is. And the guy's just like, oh, what's he say here? You have fun while you still have hands. Oh, yeah. He basically is giving him that, what's that hero talk? Arnold Schwarzenegger would be tied up and he'd say something like, when I get out of here.
Oh.
Yeah. What is that? What is that True Lies line when he's all doped up and he's like, I'm going to take that over there. I'm going to kill you with that. I'm going to break that guy's neck, and then he does it from the chair. Anybody know what I'm talking about there? True Lies, any fans?
I forget, but I just remember
Good movie.
Thinking what's her name was hot.
Jamie Lee Curtis?
Yeah.
Probably
I thought she was older.
Well, in that movie, I mean, she was still fairly young in that movie.
No, well, okay. There was a show she did with Richard Dreyfuss. Not Richard Dreyfuss. Well, anyway, this one comedian, the late 80s. Yeah. She looked old as fuck.
Oh.
Like a sitcom on Fox.
Maybe she was done up.
Maybe, but she did this movie in 94, 95, and she looked like...
Yeah, because I think she was only 17 or something like that when she did Halloween in 79.
Yeah, so it was weird. Maybe a 15-year comparison between her and that TV show.
Yeah,
She
so I
looked
think she
like
was like only in her 30s when she did True Lies, maybe like late 30s. But yeah, she was hot as fuck in that movie. And I don't think she used a body double for that striptease scene either.
Nah, I
Shout out to her.
Shout out to
Shout
her
out to her.
chromosomes.
As we get this chick right here who's a badass boss bitch. We can't see who she's texting here.
Is that
But
a bad thing?
What?
A badass boss bitch?
Only no, it's not a bad thing. It's only when it's used in a way that the like DEI would use it, right? I don't mind it in the sense where she's a badass. You know, like she's a bitch, right? She's a bad bitch. Where she's working for somebody, she's a heartless
cool cunt.
A cunt, as they would say, as the cool kids say. She said, what's taking so long? He's like, he's not giving me a damn thing, claims he doesn't know anything. And this is where Robert Kirkman is a sadistic fuck. Says, numb him then from the waist down and cut his penis off and make him watch.
Oh, I hope she fucking dies of fucking
She needs
infection.
she needs to die in a very, very bad way for that. If he doesn't tell you after that, or he never will, so kill him. That's why I say Robert Kirkman's sadistic. You know, just like Tarantino. Whoever said he was the Tarantino comics, I agree. Tarantino is very sadistic. Coming up with those weird shit. And the next thing you know, he's dead. We jump forward however long in time, you know, a week or so, few days, however long it takes them to get their body, but he's at the funeral, or they're at the funeral. That's obviously his mother throwing that rose down. A rainy day, nice setting. I like the art, very dreary. Good job on FCO with the colors here. And then we get this. I can't remember this dude's name. I just drew a blank. I remember
Ted.
Kurt. No, we'll go with Ted. I like that.
No, it's Kurt.
I thought Kurt was the blonde hair.
I don't fucking know.
Ah, okay.
Priest.
It says, just promise me. Yeah, priest. Just promise me you'll go see her. You know I can't do that. You have to. She could be in danger, as he's talking to this person. We don't know yet. He said, I stopped caring about women that woman a long time ago. Remember? You made sure of that. So there's some dynamic here with Kirk's wife and the priest guy. They obviously did a little, you know,
they fucked
at some point in life. So we know he's dead, but he's here talking to this priest dude, which, you know, right now tells you he's got that clairvoyance. Is that the wrong word? No, that's when you see like future stuff, right?
Yeah.
What is it when you see dead people? Shyamalan? M. Night Shyamalan? What is that when you see dead people?
You got the sight.
You got the sight. There we go. He's got the sight. Says you have to see Amanda, which is his wife. Whatever there is between us over her or between you and I don't care. This is important. So obviously the reason why they don't like each other has to do with a broad.
Oh, these bitches, this fucking coming.
It's always a chick. Guys, just out there, don't end the friendship over, or a brothership over a chick. That's all I got to say. There's more out there. The people who kill me could go after her. They're looking for something I don't have. If they think I had it at one point, they'll go after my wife. You have to make sure Amanda is safe. He says, I don't have to do a damn thing. What a dick. I'm just saying though, you got your dead brother's ghost coming to you and saying like, hey, my wife could be in danger from these guys that just absolutely fucking tortured the hell out of me and then killed me. Imagine what they could do to her. And he's just like, I don't fucking care.
Yo,
he's
her wop-off game must have been horrible if he doesn't want to assist her.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, that's a fact.
Teeth. Or has like a stutter.
Let's say now this book is child friendly. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And how are you going to do these things? I picked. Oh yeah, that's right. I've already picked my cuffs. Yeah, you got it. Great. This is a great movie. I gotta watch that again. It's been a second. You think they buried his body? If they did, you think they buried his junk too? They probably couldn't find his junk. If they cut it off, that was long gone. You could, if you got a sadistic enough dude to cut your penis off, that ain't sticking with you. It's probably putting it in a shredder so you can watch it afterwards. No. Yeah, just think about it.
Really, really good shots, camera shots, bouncing back and forth, the beats of the whole panels, and the storytelling aspect of it.
Yeah, very good storytelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole scene.
Very well done.
Page before you do a good job
Again,
of keeping
even
the
though they
mystery.
look like Muppets with less chromosomes than most, I
This
like
is
it. I
yeah,
like it.
it's off, right? It's
I
off,
like
but
it.
it's fine. It's fine. I like the faces, like the close-ups are good. Like the
Yeah,
extreme close-ups, the lighting and all that stuff is good. Everything else, I mean, that face isn't bad. This face is
it
yeah,
works.
it works. This face is, Down syndrome a
Fine.
little bit. I don't know. He said, "This is all in my head. I'm telling myself to go see Amanda because deep down, that's what I want to do. She's not in danger. Also, you're not even here. You're dead. I'm losing my mind. I'm imagining this. I'm not doing anything you say." You're really trying to convince himself here. "You have to go see her. She's scared. Mom's leaving tonight to go back home. Amanda will be all alone. Just do it for her." I like this is good. Like this to me is like, I feel like
Yeah,
Otley really followed Capullo here because this to me is like
yeah,
a Capullo thing with the small bottom lip kind of sticking out there. I feel like Capullo did that so much during the Spawn run.
oh yeah, that's Spawn's lips.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's like, "Fine, just stop talking to me. Mom's coming. I don't care. I don't care to see her again." What a dick. And then we skip here, and he's going to see Amanda, and she's all disheveled as she would be after losing her husband, and she doesn't know anything about his life. And that's the funny thing. I guess not a funny thing, but that's just what it is. Just checking on her, see if she's okay. She's tired. What does she say there? They've got history, obviously. You can tell in his eyes.
yeah, they fucked
Yeah. She's like, "Do you want to come in?" And he's thinking to himself, like, "All those
again.
times I came in." Yeah. He's like, "All those times ago when I came in." Yes, I do. But at the same time, my brother's dead. It's weird. Hey, we got Jamie in the house. What's going on?
What's up, beautiful? How are you? Good to
Why
see
can I
you.
get the video to load on Twitter, but on here it took 5 years on my I don't know.
Oh, we're sorry.
Cut your penis off is some serious shit. Well,
Not
yes.
ours.
He didn't cut his own penis off. He got tortured and somebody else cut his penis off. So, but yeah, that's serious stuff. That's just stuff I feel like you just don't go. Downs Muppet. She's got a great rack. That is true. See, that would be my thing. You're walking in here, you're like, "Amanda, I haven't seen you in a while." First thing I would do is be like, "Damn, I forgot about your tits. Good tits."
Titties.
Like, I know you're feeling stuff. You're down right now. But I feel like we could work this to the point where maybe you take your top off, you feel a little bit better. I do like
You haven't showered in a couple days, but that's okay.
that's okay. We can work around that, I do like this scene here though, with the 4 panels here with no words, just acting. And this is kind of where I would push back on all the people when it comes. See, the whole argument between writing and art, I think is misunderstood, right? Because I think when writers try to defend the writing of the comic, they always go to like the script, right? The words. And when we say that we value art over writing, we are talking more about the words on the page, right? Not that the fact that somebody can write a story. Like, yeah, writing the story is good. But when the artist takes over and acts the story out in a comic book, the art should be good enough where you can kind of tell what's going on without the words. And when you have panels like this, that's exactly what happens. You can tell there's something between them. There's awkwardness there. He wants to say something to her, and you can see it in these 2 panels. He's thinking about it. He wants to say something, but he's still not there yet. And she's just kind of dealing with what she's been going through as she's slowly sipping on coffee, and he's not. Like, that's great acting. That's well done and well drawn there.
Yeah.
And then you get words, and it messes it all up.
And then we go to this panel, the one with the silhouettes in front of us, and that's such a Capullo Todd
Yep.
frame. I love it.
And I love that kind of stuff when it comes to the art. Yeah, Rick's agree. He knows 100%.
That's our guy. See, he's been
That's
with
our
us since
guy.
Jump Street.
Hell yeah. Matt LaRock's in the house says,
What's up, brother?
"Show don't tell, but well-placed dialogue balloons can be magic." Absolutely.
Facts.
And that's the funny thing too about the argument, and I'll get off this in a second, is that when we say we value art over the writing, it doesn't mean that we don't want writing at all, or that writing doesn't matter. It just means that, it's comic books. It's a visual medium.
Some writers don't matter.
Some writers don't matter. Yes.
Yeah, that's what we say.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. A good writing is good writing, no doubt. But like for
Mhm.
me, I could enjoy this comic book without ever reading it because I like Ryan Otley or Greg
Mhm.
Capullo or whoever,
That ass.
Uh, so what's funny here is like, well, it's getting late. She says, "No, wait, please don't go. I've been."
I love when that happens.
Yeah, you
Just
gotta
like,
make it. You gotta make it think that it's her idea that you're
yeah,
staying. By like playing
okay.
that hard to get. Like, well, I guess I gotta go. And she's like, well, don't go. I'm like, oh, I guess I could stay.
I mean, I got 10 minutes.
Okay. She says, please don't go. I've been taking pills.
Share.
Just opening the door wide open. She said, with Kirk, I can't really sleep without them. And when I sleep, nothing wakes me up. If the building caught on fire, I would. She's basically, I'm just sorry, man. I feel like she's basically saying, look, this is a hall pass night. All right.
Ruin my
I'm going to
guts.
take these pills. Yeah, I can't. I usually don't wake up. Go ahead. It's all good. I need it. I just can't be alone here
Fuck
tonight.
me to pound towns, around towns, in all the town, to O-Town.
Image hasn't changed dialogue font since they began. This is probably, I'll have to look at it, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is the Tom Orzechowski who does a lot of the Spawn books and works with Todd.
Probably.
So
Yeah,
that could be for sure. She is yeah, she
they
wants
all
it.
do.
She's like, your back would do better on a a Tempur-Pedic bed. Why don't you sleep right next to me? Yeah, Sheldon, you know what's up. What I love about comics when they figure out, or when the figures overlap the frames. Yeah, when they break the frames and stuff.
Yeah, it's fun.
It gives
Fun
a
to show.
dynamic to it, So he stays the night doing his thing, and kudos to him for overcoming temptation, I guess. Sleeps on the couch, and his brother comes to him. And he's like, why are you not banging my wife?
What a
I'm sorry. No, he doesn't
bitch.
say that. My bad. He says, you need to get Amanda, get her out of here. You need to get going right now. And he's just like, what? This is, screw you. Okay, I'm sorry. You seen your dead brother coming to you, saying that his wife's in danger. You need to go protect her. And then he shows up again at the night. And the first thing you do is just like, screw you. I'm not listening.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude. Wake up a little bit. Clear your head.
Where's your priorities? Get inside her.
Yeah. Go over there. She got the pills,
She,
wreck those guts. Let's go.
yeah. Hashtag wreck those guts.
Hashtag wreck the guts. So he wakes him up just in time for these big burly guys to come through the door. He says, we're in. We'll tell you when we know where we're at. What? We're in. We'll let you know when we're on our way out. Over. And now he's like, shit, I should have listened to my brother this entire time. And this is now where things start to pick up in the story. I'm going to say this. Hopefully I don't forget this. No, I'm going to say it at the end of the book. I've got a comparison to what I feel like this story reminds me of. And hopefully I don't remember or forget by the end of the book. We're almost there. Says, get out of here now and I'm calling the police. Well, okay, that always works with guys with guns. And they're just like, shoot this asshole. Like, look, if you got a gun, that's probably not the thing you want to say. Now we jump into this whole thing where we're going to find out later on if you keep on reading Haunt, which I haven't. It's something I got to do. But this is the first time you kind of see the contact of Kurt with the priest, with his brother, the priest. And as he's touching him, as this bullet is being shot towards him, he starts to produce this transformation. And you start seeing all this jizz and whatever, just leaking out of his face. He's like, he's like, this is what I had built up for my wife. Now you get it, bastard.
Yeah. It's like prom night all over.
Yeah. I've seen it 100 times. Wait, what?
So have I.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Wait, no. Wait.
We've read that.
Yeah, I already read those. Sorry.
Don't you forget.
Yeah, I'm forgetting. You know what else works with guys with guns asking if they really needed to rob you right now? That's right. Like, or please don't do this. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
you don't have to do this, man.
Right,
like,
right.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, jizz face. That's what
Hashtag jizz face.
Hashtag jizz face. Let's go. But you see this entity that is the Haunt coming out of this dude's face and catches the bullet. Very Greg Capullo. Like, this is all I see so much. Obviously, he did the layouts, but it's just you can see it. If you know Greg's work, you know his tendencies and the shapes and stuff he draws. Like this is just straight up Greg. But boom, grabs the bullet before it hits him, and now you got this just sick ass transformation. I really dig this. This is good. No script, no sound. You just acting of the panels. You know, and we get our first look at Haunt in a very badass pose. Like this is awesome.
So cool.
Very great design. You know, like the design of the character is good. I like the white and the black. The half mask, open bottom jaw thing is unique. You know, they could have just gone full mask. So I would really be interested in what the idea was to have that exposed like that, where just the jaw is exposed. Because you could have gone full mask, or you could have done the Venom thing where you still had the mouth available or open with the mask itself. You know, I always just thought that was a crazy unique thing to have that jaw exposed like that.
They probably did that just to differentiate, to make it different than like Venom and Spidey.
Yeah, that could have been. That's a good point. And
now,
we see
did the
this.
female chicks have that? The female Haunt in Scorched?
I think so.
Okay.
I'd have to go back and look. I think so though.
Okay.
They have a slightly different design in their costumes, but I think it's fairly similar. And the throwback to that too, yeah. A throwback to that lady in the cell who was drawing the symbol on the wall. You now seeing it appearing on his stomach, chesticle area there, and that's how. Oh, and I forgot. Yeah, he takes these guys out. So blam, 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 jump into action. Some brilliant, awesome poses here, just going to town. Bullet's just getting impacted into this costume, not doing a damn thing. He just boom, not wasting any time. Severed heads, just like that. I love the pose. That's great.
Great gesture.
Yeah, I love this too. I mean, that's again. Yes, Otley does a lot of violent stuff. I've seen the Invincible stuff, the Battle Beast stuff, and but I just so much of this to me is just Capullo McFarlane. You know, like this is just shit that I would expect to see that Capullo would do. So shout out on the layouts with all that, and then you end it where his brother is saying, "Kurt," and he's like, "Yeah, I'm here, so maybe I'm not crazy." Well, duh. So I've been trying to tell you the entire time, and you just get this is how the nice splash to end the book. Great shot of Haunt there after the destruction. So it was a good first issue, you know.
Yeah.
When you dive into Capullo stuff, I like it better art-wise.
Yeah.
But the story's good. The character's good. It's something to fit right in. So what year did this come out, Sean?
09.
09? Okay. Okay. I thought that was a little bit for some reason I thought it was older than that. All right,
It was
09.
supposed to come out before, but just whatever they had on their schedule. Like October 09, November? Yeah, October.
Okay.
November.
Why say that makes him have a vulnerable spot? That's a good point. And I don't know too much. I don't know too much about the character just yet. I mean, I honestly don't. I never really read the Haunt books. I wanted to get into it, which is why I wanted to do a quick review of it. And everybody on the panel has been talking about wanting to do it for a while, and we finally do it. Nobody else shows up. Zach,
Wait
Paul,
till they got books to promote.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a talk with you guys. Ripclaw got race swapped. What? When?
Oh, did they turn him 7-Eleven Indian?
I was saying because he was always an Indian.
Yeah, indigenous.
I guess you have to tell me more about that.
Oh.
After turning into a monster and tearing two guys in half, I think he is crazy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you might now think you're crazy. Yeah, the lines are nice and gritty, dirty. You know, like that's Todd McFarlane ink in there. It's got like that looseness, but he still got some good line weights and everything. But you know, Todd was never like a slick inker, right? Like he had that dirty, the grit, you know, just like Mickey and stuff. You know.
Yeah, and this is also digital, so
that's true.
Definitely a difference from traditional to digital. But you know what? He's still kind of like a couple years into it, like learning wise, I believe. So you know, everything takes time.
AZHQ says here in Australia we had a comic strip in a magazine in the 90s called Jizzman.
Nice.
Damn. That I could just imagine what that was.
What was it about?
A walk of Came. Take a shot to the eye. Oh yeah, I like this. See, I think the female haunt has a boob cleavage window. Nice.
Even
That's
those
the way it should
titties.
be. That's the way it
Yeah.
should be. Yes. Did I get all this lines? All right. I never reached them or read them either. Thought about it, but didn't hear much about it or good about the run. Everybody that I've known that's read it has liked it.
Yeah, it's fun. Like it's
Yeah.
not Shakespeare, you know, that's not really up my alley, but it was a fun romp, cool illustrations.
Let me.
Oh, Glapion came on board as inker, so like that was a
Yeah.
lot more cool techniques.
Let me
So-
show you guys some of Greg's stuff real quick while we still have some time. But while this is loading, I just wanted to say, you know what this reminds me of, Sean?
Tell me.
This reminds me of the layout or the way that you did it reminds me of the Darkness. The way that the first issue of the Darkness was, where you get the character introductions, you know, the life of the character, you get their world established, and then at the very end, something happens that sparks their transformation into the character.
Yes.
I feel like it's very similar story, a different story, obviously, but the story beats, the introduction, the origin, very, very similar to the Darkness #1. That's what I felt when I was reading this. You feeling the same kind of vibes? You get where I'm coming from?
You're bringing that up, and I'm just like, is that just a trope though?
Could be. Could just be a
You know,
yeah.
'cause
It could just be a
I
storytelling trope.
I was thinking Matrix. I was thinking the Venom movie. You know.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it could just be like an origin trope. Yeah, jizz. Very, very jizzy. I gotta say,
dude,
this
a
character.
Jizzy as look.
What? I am following. What's happening here?
Yo,
Why am I at the end? Oh, I'm all the way at the end. Stop it. Okay. Here, let me remove this. I gotta get all the way back. Forgot. Kindle picks up right where you leave off. So let me get back to the beginning here. Just wanted to show you some of the Capullo art when he took over the book with issue 6, which is what I really loved.
Good.
So good. And this was coming off of Spawn. He hadn't done sequentials for a while. He was doing covers for Spawn. He was dealing with his own going through some personal stuff. I think at this point in his
Shit.
life. Yep.
He's
I think he
working
had
on
cancer at one point that he had to overcome or something. I
like
can't quite
video
remember.
game art.
And so this was like the first time he was coming back and doing sequential work since the Spawn days, and I thought he came and fucking killed it.
Oh
And
yeah.
again, and this was additional art, issue 6, Danny Mickey. Nice. Okay, so we got FCO. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Glapion was taking over issues 8 through 12. Todd doing 6 and 7, and then Greg was doing the official pencils. So Todd was still doing a little bit of inking, but this is when Glapion came on, and I guess Mickey came in and did some stuff as well. There's a Todd McFarlane cover, but yeah, let me get into. So this is what I was talking about, guys. So they kind of redo
Yes.
the issue 1, but from the perspective of Kurt. And just a little bit more well done. I'll just say that, you know.
Yeah.
Like Greg's just got a sense to him when he's posing stuff, you know. It's man, nice.
And this is still digital.
Well, Greg was doing. He had done
the digital inks. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say because Greg would have done the pencil work traditional, but yeah, you're right, digital inks. So this does kind of show you that Kurt might not have been the best guy either. Obviously, cheating on his wife instead of the $150 here for the whore. He's reaching for his wedding ring and all that stuff. And this issue kind of plays out, or the first page, and we go to follow this chick's story, which is I'm just going to kind of cruise through some of this stuff, but it's following the first issue of what her character is doing while he's in the body bag. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to see the different perspective in the art. Oh man, look at that.
That's so great.
The art is just some vintage Greg Capullo, some vintage Todd McFarlane. Man, I miss this style of Greg, dude.
I'm with you.
Although that ass could be a little bit better. Just give me a little bit more tushy shaping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give me a little bit more of that heart shape going on. That's a little flat. You know, like get in the gym. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, you get to see the perspective of that first issue through the eyes of this woman. and she is the one that comes down and grabs the briefcase
Tote?
or the
Yeah.
whatever it is. Yeah, after the dude has his brains blown out, and she follows Kurt the entire time. And I think she even tries to rescue him before they kind of go over that thing again. She's there when he gets thrown into the van, and she didn't get there in time. There's that chick that tranquilized him. Yeah, what's really interesting about this is I feel like they did, like Todd's doing something interesting with the inks.
It's just white.
Yeah, but like the lines too. I feel like the lines are
It's just
like
digital
Greg's.
lines. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, good faces. Takes that bitch out.
She looks like Jessica Biel a bit.
Right here.
The one on the left. Well, the one on top. Well,
This one.
yeah.
Okay. Hey, a little bit. I can see that. Jessica Biel. She was so hot.
Yeah. She's still
So
smoking.
I haven't seen her in a while. I'm hoping she
She's
didn't.
like, check out the Swamp Thing series from a couple years ago. She was in that.
She was in that?
Yeah.
That just had that one season and they canceled it?
Yeah, that's a
I don't
great
even know where you
series.
can watch that anymore. Is that on Max? It might be on Max.
No, it's not. I got a
Oh,
bootleg channel called Plexi.
I watched the first episode of that when it was on the DC Universe when that was a
Yeah.
thing. And then I heard it got canceled, so I just stopped watching it because I didn't want to get in the show,
good.
you know?
No, I hear you, but it was a really good show. It sucked that it got canceled.
Yeah.
But they kept. Wait, no, our friend works on that. They kept other shows. You know, I'm like,
Yeah. Kept the Titans around, which was
that went down.
had potential, but they just never nailed it. Let me get to some of the actual haunt stuff because it takes a second. Oh yeah.
I love when the woman cries.
Yeah, me too. Especially when they're topless and they cry.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Guns look good. Yeah, there you go. We were just who we were talking about a while ago, and we're like, who draws the best guns? Capullo does a good job. Notebook Thief, says Michael. Yes, those look amazing. I agree, AZ. Let me get to some actual haunt art though, because I want to show you a comparison.
Yeah.
Of Greg's haunt to Otley's haunt. I do like this though, that this chick.
Oh, those renders. That's like
some good.
Looks like what Silvestri does with his shit now.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. Yep. I could definitely see that. But she leaves him a bunch of money, or leaves her his widow a bunch of money. That was nice of her. Sleeping there with the pills. All right, let's get into some haunt stuff. Oh man, look at that.
That's a great cover.
Wicked transformation there on the cover of the priest or his brother. I just still can't remember his name. All right, now here you go. Now he's I don't know what he's doing here. He's macking on this hot ass blonde. Oh, that's his whore.
That's his whore.
That's his whore.
All right.
That's her pimp. And he's about to be like, look, pimp, I'm about to take you out, yo. Where's a good shot? Because he does some really good double page shots, which Otley didn't do, at least in that first issue. Come on, give me. I know there's one coming up here that's just fucking beautifully drawn. And then we'll jump off of this and we'll end the show. Money, boobs. What's going on? All right, come on. Bums. Or not bums.
Displaced people.
Displaced homeowners. Yeah, we got Omni-Man there in disguise.
Yes.
Straight up. That is some vintage Capullo finger works there.
Yeah, I love those little nicks and knacks and little dishes and dashes. It's awesome.
Yep. It's an interesting splash there for that.
Yeah.
All right, come on. Oh man, that's a wicked character.
Yeah.
All right, okay, going into issue 8. I know what's coming up here. I'm not lying. Oh shit, damn.
There we go.
This girl likes to be topless. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, besides the topless chick in the thong, I do like the layout here. Like this is a nice like beach layout, palm trees.
Yeah.
You know, You don't really see Greg or anybody really draw this kind of scenery. Damn, man. Greg was having some fun on this book. Okay, give me some Haunt. That's the whole thing. I have a complaint with characters like Haunt in the Darkness is you never see them in costume enough. It really is a book about the character,
Yeah.
and then they don the costume. Lois Lane makes an appearance here.
That's a pretty chick.
It's very pretty, like very good face, nice eyes. Like Greg is good at drawing the women. Sometimes they resemble each other a lot. Go ahead.
Or they look like they got like chromosomes melting within themselves.
But that is a really good face. Nice upshot, a little upturned nose, a little bit. Nice eyes. He's always been really good though at the characteristics of the facial expressions.
Oh yeah, the Mort Drucker isms.
Yeah. That's really good too, man. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's a pretty girl.
Well done there. There's Christian
There
Bale.
we go. Yeah, it is.
Straight up, Christian Bale has taken over acting. I like it. Yeah, here we go. This is what I wanted to get to. Now you get to some badass Haunt. It's awesome. Double page spread here.
Great shot in New York, or wherever they are. Yeah, they're in Manhattan. Right?
Yeah, New York. Yep.
Yeah.
This kind of makes me think, like, I think he would have done good on a Spider-Man book.
He would have killed it on a Spider-Man book.
And he still might.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's basically Spider-Man. Who knows? Maybe they'll put him on Spider-Man at some point before he's done with his Marvel run.
So to give him
better inkers.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Okay, not a better inkers, a more suitable inker.
Yeah, right, exactly. Because Townsend is fine on the Wolverine project, but just give him Miller. Wait, J.P. Meyer or give him other people. Other people that can grit it up a little bit,
Yeah.
But I just want to show you guys a little bit of his version of Haunt, just to kind of show you the contrast there. But that's Greg's work there on the Haunt on the volume 2. Go out and check out both of them. Very fun. I enjoyed that. If you got Amazon Prime, you can get that free on Kindle, which is awesome. Great cleavage, yes.
Thank you. I've been working out.
Compare Booth's Haunt. Well, Booth's Haunt, Booth is just, it's hard to compare. Yeah, it's hard to compare anybody to Booth. He's just on top of his game. You know what I'm saying? A little fast. Oh, I'm sorry. I was going fast past the tits. My bad, guys. Tits look good. Shirt wrinkles were good. Yes. Oh, yeah, he probably would.
Yeah,
Michael, I agree. He would do a good G.I. Joe book. Yeah.
I think this was peak.
Go ahead. Talk about it.
I think this is peak Capullo. Like maybe a little bit of early Batman's, but like this era to like Haunt is his best shit he's done in a long time. It's mostly the only shit he's done in a long time, probably since like Reach 2. But I think this is his best shit, my opinion. Artistically, there's some stuff that's not formulated, but a lot of it is just really good, and that has to do with like Glapion, Todd doing some shit, Danny's here and there, but like this is probably I love this more than Batman.
I agree. Like my favorite stuff is the Spawn stuff that's nostalgic. It's my favorite era of Capullo. But I love the Court of Owls specifically, and then he kind of was changing his style as he went with Batman slowly. But Haunt was great. The stuff that I've seen from Haunt of his run, it was nice to see him do with a character. It's a different dynamic than Spawn, different posing, that he does that Spider-Man aesthetic with the Haunt, which I think is great. I think this is great stuff. And it got better as it went. That was that first issue we looked at, but it kept getting better and better as he was getting the hang of drawing the Haunt and doing what he wanted to do. So I'm right there with you.
And it came out pretty consecutively. Like, there were times where it was like a couple months between an issue here and there, but it was worth it. And it was probably my most anticipated monthly book at that time in my life.
Yeah, and Greg's always been pretty good at on time.
Yeah.
Like he's one of those guys that he's a workhorse, still is, even at freaking 50 something, I think, or late 50s, or is he early 60s? How old?
Oh,
Hey,
no.
Sturry, how old is Greg Capullo?
Nunez. Business.
63.
God bless him.
Yeah, shout out to him. Colors could kick it up a notch. I like FCO. But yeah, I mean, there's sometimes, but it's probably the palette that they were looking to do specifically. You know, to
Sure.
be honest with you. All right, guys. Before we get out of here, I want to bring this up. We have this thing here that you notice here. Everyone's got these markers. This is the leaderboard. This is what we're working to do. This is a YouTube thing. This keeps track of the top contributors to the show, whether it's comments, super chats, super stickers, likes, whatever it is, however they do it. You keep track of it. We're going to have a leaderboard. Whoever ends number one every single show is going to go on that leaderboard, get a mark, and at the end of the year, they're going to win something. And we will try to send it out because, as Twisted Dreams notes, sometimes we get really busy and we don't always send out the free stuff that we give away on this show. But it will get out, I promise. We got Blue Boy Comics in the house.
Blue, you're my boy.
Hail, brother. Good to see you. So right now, I want to bring up a new name. Michael Pritchard is leading at right now. Number one. Hail the Lore won the first night. Rick Sailors won the second night. We are on the third night of this. We might have a new leader to put on the board there to give a win. If you guys want to know what the board looks like, we are sitting right here for everybody. The leadership board.
Quick, send us super chat so you can up your chances.
Yeah. So who knows? In a couple minutes, we might be adding Michael Pritchard's name to this with a slash his own, and we will be going forward. We'll have 3 people on the leaders board going and rigged. Well, you got to contribute. You got to comment. You got to whatever you got to do to get that number one spot. I think it's fun. I like that YouTube did it, and we're going to go forward throughout the rest of the year. We're going to see what we can do, how many people can get number one by the end of the year, and we will keep a tally. So, see, so I've been watching. Thanks as always for the fun show. You're welcome, brother.
Nice.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Even if you guys aren't in the chat and you guys are lurking or doing whatever, if you watch it later, you comment later, whatever, we appreciate you guys checking out all our shows here, just having a good time and shooting the shit with us. So that is the leaderboard, everybody. Keep track of that. I think Michael Pritchard might get this one. We're going to find out. Before we get out of here, we have Type 1, which is Sean's book, which is, he just gave an update here earlier in the show.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell about it for the people that missed it?
Just finished page 42, I think, last week. Going to be starting on 43, probably next couple of days. Got a couple weeks left for my own personal deadline. I got 4 pages left to wrap up. I would like to make it 6 more if I can. Then once we get the colors, the letters, production, send it to the printers, and then get it everybody's hands that's been waiting so patiently and digitally.
Yes.
So hopefully by early to mid fall, realistically, but we're getting there.
Yeah, it's getting close, guys. Getting close. We're getting this out. Reaper Destroyer is getting out. I mean, it's good things here. This is fun times. Fun times. Links are down below. Please make sure you don't be a bum. Back Type 1 here on Indiegogo and or Fund My Comic. Get that going. Sheldon Martin said, "How much do super chats get?" You know, I don't know because it's a YouTube.
Well, we'll
thing.
find out. Yeah,
we'll find out. We'll find out.
I mean, starting now.
Starting right now. Go. But yeah, I have no idea how they actually keep track of it. It's just you see it there in the chat. You get the crowns with the numbers on them, and it tells you if you're the number one contributor or whatever it is. So far, Michael Pritchard is number one. We have Chris Mack in the house. Great to see you. I don't know if I said it, but Pizza's here as well. So shout out to you guys.
See you, Pizza. It's our guy.
This Thursday we have on Fusebox in the Don. And we will be talking about stuff. We'll figure it out. We'll have a good show. Tomorrow night, we have a special Otten stuff, 10 p.m. We're going to be looking at Batman 160. 10, 9, what do you want to do? 10, 9, 9,
Let's
10?
do 10. Let's do 10.
10 p.m. Tomorrow night, 10 p.m., we're going to be looking at the Batman 160, which is issue 3 of the Hunt. Hush. I can't say it now. Hush 2 storyline. We're going to jump in that and give a review. I've been very excited. I've been working myself up with this series. May have taken a slight step back. We're going to find out.
I haven't read it yet. I'll read it tomorrow, but I'm not You'll get my thoughts.
We give honest thoughts, right? You know, because we're
Yeah.
huge Jim Lee fans. Like that's the thing. We're huge Jim Lee fans. High bar. Jim Lee,
Highs.
Jeff Loeb, love it. You know,
Yeah.
so it's high bars. You know that we're trying to get everybody to clear on that.
Yeah.
Have a good one, gentlemen. Hail Joe and Sean from Frostfire Pyro.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Good to
Appreciate
see
you.
you.
I like that. Look at that. We got John Malama in the house. Hey, Joe. And hey, the chat. Good to see you guys. We're getting ready to end the show, but do us a favor, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Whether we're live or we're not, hit that like button. Let us know how we're doing. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Share it around. Let people know all about the channel. We're going to be talking about great comic book content and just having fun on the show. That's what we do. So tomorrow night, 10 p.m., Ott and Stuff, Batman 160. Thursday, 8 p.m., Ott and Stuff. We have Fuse Box and the Don. And then Sunday at 8 p.m., we have the Ronan Joe Show. And then meet us right back here next Tuesday at 8 p.m. as we are looking at Spawn 366.
5?
Is it 5?
I
Whatever
think
the
so.
new issue is. I've lost track.
Yeah.
But the brand new issue is coming out tomorrow. So we're gonna cover that next week. And then I'm going to be going on vacation after that show next week, and I will be gone for 2 weeks. So, yeah, do it up. All right, who's number 1 in the leaders board? We're going to call it right now. Going back, Rick is 2. I see Pritchard, I think, is still number 1. I think Michael Pritchard is getting his first number 1 here. Got Dennis Kelly jumping in here. Where you at? There you are. Last minute stop. Just wanted to say what's up. Been watching. Hell yeah, brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate everybody. Black Spiders is in the house.
Nice.
What up, man? Good to see you.
How you doing?
Don't be late, Core 20. Yeah, shout out to the Core 20. You guys are here all the time, whether it's in this chat or on X as well. But the Core 20 is always here. Appreciate you all. Knight, see you too. Appreciate you. Be here tomorrow, 10 p.m. Let's do it. Maybe we'll get another winner, but I think we're going to call this one for Michael Pritchard tonight. We're going to add him to the leaderboard. And as we go, John Snowden's here as well. We got a lot of people popping here at the end. Appreciate you guys. Go back and check it out. We looked at Haunt number 1 here on the Spawn Review, episode 44. We will be back next Tuesday looking at the brand new Spawn. I think that's it. I'm going to keep on talking if I don't just end the show and get out of here.
Unless somebody send us a $50 super chat right now.
Right now. 10 p.m. Eastern. Yep,
Yeah,
10 p.m.
East Coast
Eastern.
cats. Yeah.
That's what we do. So, Michael Pritchard, congratulations. You are going on the leaderboard, and we will show that off tomorrow, an updated version. So, all right, guys, until then, be good to each other. Take care of one another. And as always, picture me naked. Talk to y'all later. Peace.
Hell are you? Spawn. You sent me to hell, Jason. I'm here to return the favor.